Hello and welcome to London's Internet Church. I'm John Pantry and I'm joined today by the Bishop of London, Richard Charter. Welcome, Bishop. Now, the Diocese of London have actually launched this Internet Church. Tell us all about it.
Well, more and more people are learning and interacting through screens. The Church obviously has to look at the ways in which communication is happening in the modern world, and it seemed to be negligent to allow the airwaves and the web to be without the contribution that can be made by a place like St Stephen's Walbrook. But of course it's only part of the whole subject of communication. We want to draw people into living face-to-face encounters because faith is not just a question of conveying information or conveying knowledge. It is establishing a real community. So it's very important that this Internet Church is not just some virtual idea. It is located in the heart of the City of London, in St Stephen's Walbrook, which stands there very close to some of the central institutions of the City of London, and it's visitable. It's a very beautiful place. But from this place we'll be able to communicate. And communicate, of course, across all kinds of barriers, communicate across national barriers, intercontinentally. And I have a vision that there will be people in every continent who will find that the output of this particular church, in its teaching ministry, in its prayer and worship, is something which is nourishing and helpful to them, and we'll be able to assemble an international community. But It will be based in a real place.
Right, so not only, as you say, a virtual church, but it's based on a real building, and there'll be real services there and real people.
That's right.
And you'll be able to go along. What sort of interaction will we be able to get on the website? Might we be able to join in a service at the
Absolutely,
church?
and I think that one of the first things, because we are just building and we want to build securely and make sure we understand the present limits of the technology, but one of the most important things is that people will be able to put prayer requests through the site, which will then be honoured in the church itself. I hope that there will be the possibility of logging in when you get to work and seeing what the thought for the day is, as it were, what the service is, and the same at the end of the day. I think also we shall have fora in which there can be question and answer sessions. There can be opportunities for people to raise questions that they want to have addressed, as well as the full range of worship and praise and teaching and study.
Perhaps an alpha course, things like that are possible, I suppose?
Even a beta course, even an omega course, even an omega course, yes.
OK, it sounds a fascinating idea. Will people be able to tithe on the site perhaps as well, put their money in the plate?
Well, I think we're very cautious about other examples of web broadcasting that do seem to be putting the financial appeal up front. But obviously, I mean, such an enterprise will be costly, and we wouldn't want to exclude the possibility that some of our supporters would want to actually subscribe to the site, but that certainly isn't the major motive, and I hope that it won't be part of the major presentation that we're making.
And do you plan that services would be televised and actually seen visually on the site as well?
Yes, I've participated before myself in something called the Church of Fools, which showed animated avatars, I understand, is the professional and proper term, which you can adopt and move around and participate in the services. We had 40,000 people attending one of those services, with church wardens perpetually operating 8 what are called smite buttons to deal with hecklers. A lot of heckling during my sermon on this thing.
Oh, goodness.
And so we had enormous fun with that. I'm not quite sure how we're going to go, because this is not all cut and dried. We're learning as we go along. We're in partnership with Premier TV, which is very important indeed, because Premier TV brings faith, expertise, and is making the whole thing possible, really, by this partnership. So we're learning together the potential of what is, I think, a very exciting development, because Jesus Christ wants us to communicate the truth in season and out, and presumably he doesn't want to confine us to vellum, parchment and quill pens.
Thanks very much, Bishop. Well, following the success of the Christmas celebration and the talks during Lent, we look forward to more programmes from London's Internet Church. And if you want to find it, the address is www.londoninternetchurch, all one word, londoninternetchurch.com. I'm John Pantry. Thanks for watching.